Hi, it's Jenny with Jenny's Wreath Boutique, and in this video, I'm going to share with you how to make this gorgeous Christmas winter apple wreath. I love it so much. I actually tried to show you how to make this wreath last week, but my internet was just awful and the video ended up being really blurry. So I'm redoing it so you can see clearly what I'm doing. And I have all the materials you need to make this linked in the description of this video. They're all available in my shop. So the materials we're going to need are 14-inch grapevine. Okay, I don't have these linked, but you can get these from Michael's or Hobby Lobby or Joann's, wherever. Mine is from Michael's. And I have these apple picks. Aren't they so cute? These are great for fall or year round, but I'm going to use them in a Christmas wreath. I think they're so, so pretty. You get 3 apples on each pick. I'm going to use about 6 or 7. I have 8 here just in case. Every wreath is different. I'm also using 3 bundles of this gorgeous mix. It's got some cedar and pine and some pine cones. They're faux pine cones, which is kind of nice because they won't break. And then these little red berries, I think they're so cute. Sometimes using a nice bouquet takes all the guesswork out of, choosing what goes well together. I'm using 3 of them. And then I'm using a year-round greenery. And the nice thing about this is if you want to make this a year-round wreath instead of a Christmas wreath, just use these 2 and use more greenery than I'm showing you in this video, maybe a couple more stems, and then add your apples and maybe do a few more apples. Or if you want to make this a fall wreath, choose a fall leaf like this and then add your apples. But we're doing a Christmas wreath because it's that time of year. Very excited. And I'm also using my hot glue gun and my favorite hot glue and my favorite wire cutters. I have all those linked under tools. So if you click tools in the description, or the link right next to tools in the description, I get this question all the time. Click that link. It will take you to a list of all my favorite tools with links to exactly what I use. So anyway, let's get started. The first thing we're going to do is add our year-round greenery. And I love mixing year-round greenery with evergreens because the nice broad leaf gives your eye a break from all of the busyness of the evergreens. So that's why I'm using these. So I'm going to cut up my stems first. And these are great because each stem makes 6 nice picks. All right, so I'm just going to add these on the inside and outside of the grapevine along the grain. And then if you don't get good contact, just add a little extra glue. So I'm just going to do these all the way around the wreath until it's lightly covered. It doesn't have to be nice and full yet because we're going to be adding our evergreens in a minute too. If you ever have a stem that's missing one leaf bundle, what I like to do is take one from the bottom because it's more important that they're on the top than the bottom. And you really won't miss it or notice. So I just glue and add it there. Good as new. So here's what we have so far. Nice little greenery wreath, nice floral wreath. And now I'm going to cut up these bundles. So just unwrap them. It's nice because you just unwrap them and they come apart all on their own. So I just cut the bottom wire and then unravel it, and then I will cut the stems. I'll cut the red stems later because I'm actually going to cut them smaller than what I have. For now, I'm going to focus on the evergreens. My left hand is just not as strong as my right hand. Okay, since each bundle has basically one of each of these things, that's why I'm using 3. So I'm going to go around the wreath and add these in one layer at a time based on the type, and then I'll just space them pretty evenly. And this Christmas wreath is actually really easy to make because you really just need 3 different materials. And yeah, I love it. I'm putting these separate. So we've got a smaller, and then our pine, we're going to separate a little bit. I'm trying to separate the different textures as much as I can. All right, on to our last greenery. All right, cute. It's a great year-round wreath, or great winter or Christmas. All right, so for these apples, I'm actually going to take off the leaves because they're a little bit too fall for my liking. You could leave them on if you wanted to. I prefer it without these leaves, but you do you. You do whatever you prefer. So we're going to add our apples next, and then we're going to add our red berries. So I'm just going to put these in a very natural way. Don't overthink this and don't try to make it too perfect. So each of these has a larger apple and 2 smaller apples for each pick, which I love the different sizes. And if you don't want to get the ones that I have listed and you want a local option, Michael's does have apple picks. They are all the same size, but those work too, and they're a nice red color. I believe Hobby Lobby also has some. You can get like a bag of apples and just add your own picks because these are foam and it's pretty easy to put a stick up the back on the bottom. So if you have other apples you prefer, use those. Totally fine. I just really like these. I just think the paint job on them is very realistic. I mean, you can tell that they're foam if you look really closely, but I think they're really good. You could also use pomegranates instead of apples. Or pears, or really anything. I just love fruit and wreaths. I think they're so pretty. And they add such a fun, different interest. All right, here it is with the apples. I love it. So cute. You can see how they're just kind of placed pretty naturally. And just so you know, I use 7 apple picks. Now I'm going to be using these red berries. Oh, I love them. This is really going to add a little bit more brightness to the wreath. And I'm going to cut each of these individual. So each of these has 5. So we'll have 15 little red berry picks. Now all we're going to do is add them around the wreath in between things, just so it looks really natural. So with these berries, I'm trying to make sure we're getting that red out to the ends and into the middle, so it's just really well incorporated. So cute. I was just trying to see where I needed to add more red. Sometimes you have to step back. Okay. Here it is. How fun is this? I love it. What do you think? And if you saw the original version of this, is this what you thought the wreath looked like in all its blurriness and pixelation? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and remember, all the materials you need to make this are linked in the description of this video. If these are sold out, just use any kind of broadleaf greenery. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.